Dickosaurus Podcast.
Hello, Dickosaurus. We are back, and I am cold, so I'm bundled up. And this is episode 149, and we have our lovely host, too,
Molly.
Melissa.
and me, Anna. I have my own sound effects because I don't have it to insert here. But I wanted to share with you girls about the audiobook that I've been listening to. So my sister was talking about it online, and then I was thought, I'll just go ahead and try it. I've always seen this book in stores, but I didn't really think much. When I first saw the title, I was like, okay. The title is called You Are a Badass by Jen
I think I have that
Sincero.
book.
Did you read it?
I think I read like the first maybe 2 chapters.
I remember seeing the book, yeah.
It's a yellow book, right?
Yeah.
Yep, I
Yeah.
have that book.
How come you haven't read it anymore or didn't finish it?
This is when I bought it when I was going through my mental shit the past
Oh.
couple years,
Yes.
and I just didn't follow through.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think
Cause-
she knows where it is right now.
That too. Probably don't know where it is.
Oh my
It's probably
gosh.
on my bookshelf somewhere.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
I remember seeing it. I just
Yeah.
don't remember where.
Well, it's a really good book. I am listening to the audiobook, and it's just very knowledgeable about what to do, because it's definitely, it falls into the category of self-help.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that a lot of people, they feel lost or they feel really down in the dumps and they don't know what to do. So this is a really good book to start. And I think what brought me into it is the way she talks. It's pretty much straightforward, simple words. There's not a lot of very complicated things or concepts to try to understand, because most self-help books are, they use a lot of big terminology, or
Yeah.
and they're just kind of like, you should just understand, or like, you know um and she is pretty good at explaining it. I like how at the end of each chapter she ends it with love yourself,
Mm-hmm.
because she says that it sounds very woo woo and crazy to love yourself, but she basically says that if you, whatever energy that you put into the universe, then it does come back to you tenfold.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just really good the way she explains things. I really like it, and I wanted to ask you girls, well, now that I know that you read it a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember anything about it?
I remember reading, I think, like the first 2 chapters, and this is when I was writing in my iPad, so I was taking notes of stuff. And like, I think I remember within that first chapter, I was writing a bunch of notes because I liked the way that she stated some things, but off the top of my head right now, no, I don't remember what those were. But I do remember reading that first chapter, and I was like, oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Kind of thing. And I was like writing it down for myself, but I don't remember what I wrote down.
Yeah, when I was listening to the audiobook, she said that she wrote it like basically 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what version of this audiobook was, but she said that you can be as delusional as possible with what your goals are, and she basically helps you get into the mindset that's needed so that way you can get to where you want to be. Like, I think earlier today when I was listening to it, because has a lot of, she'll talk about it, but she also has examples that people share.
Mm-hmm.
So there was this example of a reader that said that in the past, like, she would dabble a little bit in art, but she was also working her corporate job.
Mm-hmm.
And this is basically about her saying, the author was saying that sometimes what you say to yourself, you kind of have to psych yourself like out of that and try to go the opposite direction. So the reader was saying that she likes art, but she hates her job, and she also said things to herself like, but I'm not like a big time artist. Like people won't spend money
Mhm.
on my artwork, and it's not that serious, or it's not going to make money at all. Like that this career is not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So she basically said that if you take all of the things that you say to yourself and you write it down and you flip it and reverse it,
Mhm.
then it will basically become an affirmation.
Mhm.
So the examples that she did for that one was, instead of saying that she's not a good artist, she flipped it and she says that she is a talented artist. And then and the other statement where she said nobody's going to buy her artwork because it's not worth anything, she flipped it and she said that people who care about her artwork will pay money that it's worth,
Mhm.
and that she also can make a career out of it, and
Mhm.
that she would be able to travel and do all kinds of art shows and sell her work.
Yeah.
And so most of the examples that she has in the book is basically saying if you're delusional enough and you change your mindset, as simple as that sounds, then the universe will help you get it. And sure enough, then she got it. And I feel like a lot of the themes in the book is like you have to really just bet on yourself and just go for it. Because if you
Mhm.
don't, then you're not really gonna go anywhere.
Mhm.
I really like it a lot. I wish you guys should listen to it or read it if you find your book.
Yeah. It's somewhere in my room.
It's really good. Like I like these kind of self help books. I've tried to read a couple of them before in the past, but this one for some reason is just really sticking to me.
Mhm.
And she doesn't sugarcoat a lot of stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think she kind of cusses too. Maybe I don't know.
I figure because the title is "You're a Badass."
Yeah, yeah, she's pretty awesome. So that's what I read sometimes, and she says like sometimes people don't the negative mindset that they have about their life and about what they want to do, you don't really think that you're putting yourself in that mindset until you realize it. So like she was saying, you kind of have to observe yourself when you are stopping yourself at your most potential. So some
Mhm.
people, they do it right as they get up and they're in bed and they're already assuming that, oh, today is going to be horrible. I have to go to my job. I got to do this and I got to do that. It's going to be awful. And she says, don't do that to yourself, basically,
Yeah.
and to flip it, because you never know. And she also says, I really like it because I'm very like superstitious. She's like, do you guys know how much unlimited, untapped power there is in the universe that we have within our grasp?
Mm.
But I wonder how you guys view that, because you guys have like or you guys were raised in like a Christian setting.
Mhm.
So would that be something that is hard for you guys to kind of grasp? Because like you guys were raised to that it's like God has all the power and stuff.
Mhm.
I mean, she says that you can use whatever spiritual power that or belief that you have to, make yourself like be able to go after things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say for me, though I wouldn't say I don't believe in God anymore. It's one of those things where I feel like Christianity is just fucking made up. Um, because of all the dumb, there's just a lot of, there's just a lot of things that just don't make sense to me. But I think with you, how you had said that, growing up the way that we grew up, it was a lot of, how do I say this? It was just a lot of, I feel like a lot of Christianity is not taking accountability for yourself. And so it was a lot of, oh, just give it to God. Just give it to God. Don't worry about it. Just give it to God. And there's not really accountability for yourself. Does that make sense? There's not a lot of um um self reliance, if that makes sense.
I think it's more of like they tended to have you more leans towards the God to do all the job, but in
Yeah.
reality, it's more of actually you who actually has to do it
Yeah.
to in order to get what you need.
Yeah.
And I guess I saw a video something about this where like there's a Christian person explaining this, like a lot of Christians refer to like, oh, let God do it for you, let God do this and this, but in reality I think it's more of putting your people saying like putting your faith into God, like putting faith into him to help basically like motivate you to do to kind of to proceed in what you need to do, like to go forward. But that's the misconception within I think the Christian community, where they, like most said, they rely on God. Oh, God can do this for you, and God will do this.
The
It's,
whole like, oh, only God can judge me kind of
yeah, kind
thing.
of thing.
It just lacks accountability.
Yeah.
Yeah, for oneself.
So then, do you? Oh, I guess I was mainly asking, like, in your mindset, would you be able to believe in yourself and that the universe can reward you, or because I think it's been a while since you guys really
Mhm.
Yeah.
went to church, and you're technically not a practicing Christian.
Yeah, not a
No, yeah,
practicing
it's been a
Christian.
while.
Sorry, say that again.
If you guys can be in that mindset that the universe can reward you through
Mhm.
your, like efforts.
I mean, yeah, that was kind of the whole big Christian thing too. Like your reward was heaven. Your reward is going to be waiting for you up in heaven. That's what it was. Kind of thing. So it wasn't like worldly things, kind of like how with you, how if you work hard at it and and it manifest it and whatever, and then the universe will reward you with it, like right then, not really right then and there, but like later on in this life. But in Christianity, it was you suffer because that's God's plan for you, and you have to understand that's God's plan for you, and your reward is heaven and all the stuff in heaven. That's your reward. So that's the I guess the difference between what you're saying and what how we grew up as. So ours was to suffer in silence because the reward is bigger in heaven
You get to
versus
enjoy life like at the
yes,
afterlife
yes,
after everything is
versus
done.
versus yours where it was more self-fulfilling. We didn't understand. We didn't get that option where it was self-fulfilling for us.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is
Mhm.
that because you guys are raised that way,
Yes.
do you guys think that you guys would be able to open your mind to the other way?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I feel like we've
yeah,
already opened our mind after even just having distance away
I think
from
just
that community.
years even before we distanced ourselves from the church, I think
Yeah.
we had already began
Had
thinking
that
that way, and
realization
I think
already.
that's why we always clashed with the churches. That's why they don't like us. That's why other churches don't like us because because of that. Because we question it and we're just kind of like it doesn't make sense. You're not making sense here.
Yeah.
And so yeah, no,
Mm.
we had already started thinking like that where it was just it doesn't make sense. And why do I have to do it when I think a lot of it, at least for me, was we can't be hypocrites, but like God can. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And like the reason why I'm saying it like this is because again, it's been a while since I've gone to church, so church people who are listening, Christians who are listening, educate me. I don't know. I don't, but this is just how I'm understanding how I grew up as a Christian. Where like we're always taught, like you can't be jealous. Jealous is not good. Nah, 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 nah. But then at the same time, like our God's a jealous God. It's a jealous God as well. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So why can't I be jealous, but he can?
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense to me. And so I think that's when it was just kind of like, this is weird. A little bit. A lot of it doesn't make sense.
Well,
So
and I wanted to also know if you guys have tried to already kind of put yourself in that mindset that you can get what you want, but
Mhm.
like, and the universe will reward you. Have you guys tried that? And if you guys did, what was it for and did it work?
Um.
If it did work, I probably don't remember what it was. You know,
Okay.
like it could just be something very simple, and I'm just not aware of it.
Okay.
um. I think for me, I think the only thing that I can think of is, I guess, with my jobs, with my whole thing that happened last year and where I'm at now. I think, yeah, I kind of manifested it a little bit, and it took. I had no idea where I was going. I had no idea what was going to happen, but I kind of just believed in myself and believed that it's going to get better someday, whether that's either getting a new job or being in a better mental state. Something is going to get better. It just has to get better. And so I guess just manifesting becoming better, becoming a better person, coming out of this trauma. I'm just manifesting that it's just going to get better. And a year later, what, a year and a half later? Is it a half a year? Year and a half? I don't know. But a year later, yeah. Um it has gone better. Like my mind isn't so depressed. I had, friends kind of call out myself for the way that I was speaking to myself, and I didn't realize I was speaking to myself like that. And it kind of changed and shifted the way I think about myself. And that kind of like what you had said, your words matter on what you say to yourself, kind of thing. And I just didn't realize it until people called me out on it, and I was just kind of like, "Oh, you know what? You're right. I'm not dumb. I'm not um useless or worthless," kind of thing. So, yeah, I mean, it was at least for me, it was a big win. It was a big manifestation to from last year to here. So, yeah, I guess that would probably be the most recent thing that I did. So,
And with that working out in your favor, is there something that you're working now to hopefully come out next year? You don't have to tell us what it is. I was wondering,
mm,
since it worked out in your favor, I don't know
mhm.
if you're like, yeah, this is good. Let me try it again for something else.
Um, I have not thought that far. So, yeah, probably not. I haven't really thought that far for next year. Because right now I'm kind of just living in the present. That kind of just like, I'm finally out of it. Like, I'm finally feeling okay,
Mm-hmm.
to be where I'm at right now. And I'm kind of just not rushing anything. And so I haven't really thought for manifesting for next year. So I'm kind of just in my gratitude era right now. Yeah.
That's good.
Mhm.
How about you, Molly? You said you wouldn't remember what it was.
The only thing I could probably think of is probably just the weight loss journey thing, because it did take a few years for me to actually get at least at this point. But I
Mhm.
mean,
Like to change your mindset about it, or
just yeah, I guess, because I just didn't really kind of take it seriously at the very beginning, you know. And then I guess since just going throughout the years, it kind of just ended up becoming mindset kind of just changed. But yeah, that's all I can think of.
mm, that's good. Yeah. Speaking of your gratitude thing, that's actually one of the things I remember in the beginning of the book,
Mhm.
or in earlier chapters, that she was like, you have to first kind of start like a gratitude list,
Mhm.
and then that will change your mind, and then you can start to like manifest. Because, um, she says like if you do that every day, that does help you, because there's some stories that she shared that people also did like a gratitude list, but they also kind of like meditated a little bit too in the for the very first thing in the day, and that helped a lot with the
Yeah.
mindset. Yeah, like
Mhm.
um like making more money or just being happier. Like that's what they did.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a really good book.
Yeah. We became our parents. Like I remember that like they're always like, you're or not parents, but like I remember going to school and stuff and all the old adults at the time were always like, just trying to set yourself up for success. And I just never really understood what the hell that was. I'm like, I am setting up myself for success. I'm here, aren't I? Kind of thing. And then like as we're adults now, I'm like, no, setting yourself up for success is literally like the night before, the week before, that
That
that morning, you
that
get up
reminds
early.
me.
Yeah.
There's this video I saw on TikTok because people keep on saying like love yourself, right?
Mhm.
And this girl says, "I think I figured it out." And so she was sharing how she hates doing the dishes,
Mhm.
but she said that she said to herself one day, "You know what? I love myself so much. What I'm going to do to help my future self is I will do the dishes all now, and that way my future self won't be so worried about the dishes, and she could just do what she needs to do."
Mhm.
And then she said that the next day, obviously, when she looked at the kitchen sink, it was gone, and she wasn't really worried about it. And then she also said that she thanked her past self, and she
Mhm.
was like, "Thank you for doing the dishes."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, "Oh, that's a very simple way to put it.
Yeah.
Like you're
Yeah.
doing it for yourself." It
Yeah.
sounds crazy, but
No, I get it because sometimes I do it to myself because I'm like, oh, Melissa, write this down because you're gonna forget it. Write this down or like take a
Mm-hmm.
picture of it. You're gonna forget it, and then later on, I'm like, damn, what was that called again? And then I'm like, oh, I wrote it down. I wrote it down,
Yeah.
and I'm like, thank God, Pastor Melissa, thank God, thank you,
Yeah,
Jesus.
that's how Raw told me about it too. How, like just with chores in general, because in our mindset, chores is just it's like a hassle. It's a chore where we don't want to do it.
Mhm.
But like if you change your mindset to where it's something that will benefit you later, then it makes it easier for you to do the chores and just the stuff to help you benefit yourself later on.
Yeah.
That's I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I guess if you put it that way, then yeah.
She also talks a little bit about doing acts of service or something in the community too, because the whole thing where she was saying whatever energy that you put in, you'll get that back. And so she says like it's also a good point to do service for your community. I know you hate it, humanitarian, but it's true.
I know it
It
is
is true.
true.
So she's like, if there's like something you you're able to give your time for something that is really meaningful for you, that also will do good for the community, then to set aside time for that too.
Yeah. I think for me, it's hard to go in as like a normal person. Does that make sense? It's hard for me to
Mm.
participate.
What do you mean by that?
Like, because we've been so involved with church and becoming fucking leaders and shit all the damn time for no reason and like taking control of shit. It's hard for me to go as just like a bystander. Does that make sense?
Like
Yeah.
as a civilian, just
Yes.
Just to go as someone that's not in charge.
Yeah.
Yes, just to go and
a
enjoy
normal
it.
person, yeah, a normal.
Yes.
So then what kind of thoughts are coming up then when you, let's say you have a big heart to go and I don't know, go work at the food bank and help package food or whatever for people.
Mhm.
So like that's just an example. So what would be stopping you from wanting to go?
Well, like, so my problem is, like, I'll go as a normal person, and then the humanitarian in me would be like, here, let me help. And then next you know, I'm getting thrown places because they're like, oh, Melissa, I like the way you work. Oh, I like the way you do this. I like the way they do this. Can you
Okay.
stay and can you do this? And that's when I don't have the boundaries. I'm like, I can't do it.
So
So
what
I get, what's the word called?
coerced?
Yes, into
You
it,
get-
and then I
okay.
feel bad.
Okay.
And I'm like, Yeah.
So what it sounds like is, I know this sounds bad to say, but it sounds like a you problem.
Yes, it
It
is.
sounds like what you need to do is practice little things before you even go out there and
Mhm.
volunteer. Is you need to practice within your own little bubble saying no. And then if you
Mhm.
feel bad, you need to sit with those feelings and
Yes.
see why.
Yes, and so right now my solution is to not.
Well, obviously
But yes,
not, but
yeah.
yeah. Are you practicing with anything else that's on a smaller scale of saying no?
Yeah, like for work and stuff. Whenever they, ask for like who wants to volunteer to do this, volunteer to do that, and I'm always like, no, I'm okay. So, like I said, with this not time jump, with this all the stuff that has happened last year until now, I finally worked up the courage and stuff to be like, no, I'm
That's
not
good.
doing it.
That's good.
Yeah.
It sounds like at least at work is where you feel the most autonomous over your body and your decisions. So I guess
Mhm.
keep practicing that.
Yeah.
I'm at a point where I'm good at saying no now, but then I sometimes don't catch myself where my body is like saying yes, and then my
Mhm.
mind catches up later.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And so it would also be one of those things where I'm like, I'll go, or like it's especially like for like family events or something. Like I'll go and I'll help, and then now it's getting easier to where I'm kind of like, okay, bye, like I'm done. I'm gonna go now, and then they'll be like, oh wait, no, can you help with this? Can you help with that? And I'll be like, okay, bye, I'm going.
Like, no, I have somewhere
Yeah,
to
I have somewhere
go.
to go. I have somewhere to be, kind of thing. And so that's I'm finally starting to do that, especially with mom's whole party thing, where I'm just kind of like, no, I can't. I already had something else planned. I can't go. I can't come, kind of thing. Because the good girl in me would want to like stay and help and clean, and then be like the last one to leave because
So
that's just how we were trained and taught.
Yeah.
yeah, but like it's like I feel like all of us being raised like that, yes,
Mhm.
to a degree, it made us people that have good work ethics,
Mhm.
but it also made us people who didn't have any boundaries.
Yes.
And then because of that, then we abandoned ourselves
Yes.
and we have nothing left to show for it.
Yes. I'm empty. I pour and pour and pour, and I'm empty, and I don't
Mhm.
like that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So now I'm like, okay, bye. I gotta
Like,
go.
I'm
mhm.
not gonna pour.
Yeah,
It's kind of.
I gotta go now. Or sometimes I'm like, I'm not coming because it takes me days to recover, and I don't want that for myself anymore. So I'm not coming.
Yeah. I think it's all sometimes it's like you did your part cuz you cared and you showed up and you participated,
Mm,
but then you also set down a boundary like, okay, well this is my limit and I'm going.
yeah.
So that's good.
Mhm. And so yeah, I started doing that. I think I started doing that even before, like now too. Like I started doing that with church, and I guess my dad finally caught on, and he was just kind of like, "If you need to go, then just go." And I'm like, "Okay, then I'm gonna go," because I'd always make
An excuse.
not make an excuse, but always I would always just have an attitude, and my dad knew that I always had an attitude because I hated being there, and I hated being around those people, so I would always have an attitude, and so he was just kind of like, you know what, if you need to go, then just go, and I'm like, okay, so I did what I did, and then just left. But I think I just did that
Spite.
out of spite more of than actual like setting a boundary down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So.
Well, that's good.
Mhm.
But I am kind of curious though, Molly, for you, because for you, you've said in the past that it's easy for you to put your foot down and have your boundaries set.
I wouldn't say early on, but I think it's just because I don't know. It's just I think as I weigh the pros and cons every time, like like if they need me to be there, why don't I need to be there kind of thing. There's other people here, and usually mainly is because like for me I've noticed it's because they like for like instance like church uh where they need us to be there, and it's the only reason why is because we are the only people that they can control during the thing, like where they need to put stuff and where that they can tell us to go where and whatnot, while the other people they can't. And so that's why they always have us there. And then putting that boundary down, I'm just like, you don't need me to do it. You can just do it on your own. You know. I think it's also came with age where it's like we're both adults. If I don't want to do it, then I don't need to do it, or I don't have to do it. And since we're both adults, you should accept that I don't want to do it and find an alternative. That's how you're supposed to do it if no one wants to do it. But I don't know. That's just me. Just growing up. And then I think, yeah, like her, where we didn't have a choice to do it either. And I didn't see the benefit of me doing it. It didn't really benefit me specifically. A lot of times it was more beneficial to other people. And so I didn't like that. So I just was like, it's not benefiting me, so there's no point in me doing it. So that's how I kind of thought of it.
Well, that's good. Yeah. I think that for me and Liz, I can't speak for her so much, but it's like we're finally coming into our own like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we literally were guilt tripped so much
Yeah,
about how much of a responsibility and a burden it is to carry on and make things better. Like basically taking the high road all the time.
yeah.
And doing that, just all that does is just make us more sick
Mm-hmm.
and get a immune disease.
I think
Autoimmune
it's
disease.
also with me, it's seeing that from you guys as well. That I'm just like, okay, well, if that's what's gonna happen to me, then I don't want to do it.
That might be why my sister is the same way,
Yeah,
because
it's
she
like,
also like says no a lot too.
yeah, it's like
Because I'm like,
if
oh,
that's what's gonna happen to me, then I'm
yeah.
gonna prevent that from happening,
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
thing. Because it's like there's no point in me doing it like that if I'm gonna become like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that's why exercising and nutrition's it's coming into me too now too, because like seeing how mom is, conditionally, because me, I'm the closest person that's kind of like her right now at this point. So I'm like, if I don't want to be like that, then I'm gonna have to change things,
Yeah.
which is one of the reasons why exercising and changing my diet and stuff has a big importance for me. Although it sucks change changing my food routine and everything. It sucks, but it from the past year or 2 years, it's been a lot of benefits from it.
Yeah. In the book, they also say that be smart and learn from other people's experiences
Yeah.
too. And I hate to say it about mom, but she was the most giving person ever. And what did dad do for her? She is at her lowest and she needs help. And none of those people she helped are here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, none of them are here helping, doing what she would do for them, help cook, help do all that. So it's just kind of like, I don't want that life.
No.
Yeah.
Like, all to do is just pour, pour, like what you say, give, until I literally have nothing left. And then when I'm tethered and all in rags and nobody's helping me,
Yeah.
Especially the ones
it's not worth
closest
it.
too. Yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
like,
So
Yeah.
it's just better to take care of yourself. It's not like trying to be a loner where you're trying to just do like cut off everybody. It's more of it's a healthy thing.
If
You
it's
have to be able to take
yeah.
care of yourself.
If it has to take you to cut certain people off, then in order to like
Put your
benefit
own
yourself,
oxygen mask on.
yeah, then it just has to be that way, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's important for us, girls, Hmong girls in our community, to show the younger generation, regardless if they're a boy or girl, that it's okay to say no and to take care of yourself. Because I see it in like the younger. I've always seen, like, when I was younger, and I would see the bitchy aunt or um the mean aunt, right? But in hindsight, I'm like, those bitches know what they're doing. They cut people off. They don't let anybody do anything to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some of them are mean because they're just freaking mean.
Well,
Not those.
They're
yeah,
just mean
not
and bitter,
those.
or they're just
Well, talking about the
unhappy.
ones
The
where
ants
people
that are like always the ant that's always gone.
yes.
that you never see
That you
her.
never see.
Yes,
the one
and you
we're
see
kinda
them
talking about.
rarely. Like those
Yes.
are the ones we're talking about because, you know, and then like people always talk about them. Like, yeah, they're so bitchy. Oh yeah, yeah, they think that they're all that. That's why they're not here.
Yeah.
No, those
She's
people
tired
that
of your asses.
those people that are talking mad shit about that person is deflecting.
Mm-hmm.
They're deflecting because they feel that they can't get something out of their life, so they do that.
Yeah, that happens a lot with my boyfriend Rod, because he talks about how people see him like mean and very rude, but in like reality, it's like that's just how I am. It's just I can't deal with people's fakeness and people's shit. Especially within his family. Not a lot of his family really like him, just because it's just how he is. How he's like rude and very blunt with everyone, and he can see through people's fakeness and everything. He's just like, I can't deal with you guys.
Yeah, I don't know if this quote is really from the Beyonce, but apparently she's not nice to people anymore, or like she at least has her guard up
I've heard that. Yeah,
because
I've heard that.
people will take advantage of you if they think that you're willing to let them push you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So you kind of have to be like, no,
Yeah.
yeah.
because they will push you. They will literally, people will test your boundaries,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
and they'll be like, let's see if we can piss this off.
Yeah, and I'd be like, no.
And for me, I'll be like, don't start that shit. I know how you guys are. I know how you
Yeah.
are. Like, I read people pretty quickly, so I'm just like,
I was like, again, I don't get along with my dad. So what makes you think that I'm going to?
listen
If I
to
don't
you.
listen to my dad, what makes you think I'm gonna listen to you?
I catch hands with OGs.
Yeah. So I'm like, you don't think I'm just gonna up and leave? I'm just gonna up and leave. Okay.
Yeah,
Easy as that. That's why I
That's-
bring my own car, so I
Yep.
can up and leave.
that sounds like with me. Like, I read the room quickly.
Yeah.
Like I can tell, like, if something's wrong within the room. I'm just like, oh, something's going down.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I just wanted to kind of like share this book because I think right now it's very helpful for me where I am in life, and I'm trying to chase my dreams, and a lot of the things I say to myself, I kind of like redirect it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had this because she talks about in the book where there's some readers where they say that they they finally took a bet on themselves, or they just did it for the hell of it because what could you lose
Yeah.
from betting on yourself. And so I kind of like applied it to like my life with singing, and I was like really struggling with trying to learn this song that I performed at my showcase the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and I kept like mixing up the lyrics, and I'm like, what is wrong with me, what's going on? And so um I think one day, because I was like rehearsing all last week, and then one day I was like, you know what? I was like, let me just clear my mind. Let me clear my mind. And then I said, I got this. And then right after I said that, I felt like the energy shifted, and I was when I had like started the song and I had practice, I didn't forget the lyrics at all. Right? And so I was like, damn, okay, that was really crazy. And then at the actual showcase, I was a little bit nervous, but more excited.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I got this.
Yeah.
And so then I went on stage, and I actually was able to, I was not nervous at all right when I spoke on the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like was able to sing because I was nervous I was going to forget the lyrics, but I was like, I'm not going to forget it. So, and then I sang it through, and I was like, oh my God, that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, yeah, I'm just going to bet on myself a lot. So,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Same. Gotta be your biggest fan. You gotta be your biggest fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Biggest fan, bestest friend, biggest critic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for listening so much, my Thecosaurs fans, buddies. We don't have a fan name,
No.
but thank you so much for listening, though. But the book is called "You Are a Badass" by Jen Sincero. I'm listening to the audiobook on Spotify. You can also get the physical book. I recommend getting it from your local library, renting it from your local library, or you can go buy it from a local bookstore. It's really good.
It's
and
yellow.
Yes, it is yellow. You can't miss it. It literally says "You Are a Badass."
I think the font is like very thin though.
Yeah.
It is, but you can't miss it because
I don't know if it's a series. I think she has multiple. I think like You Are a Badass, You Are Something, You Are Something. I think it's like a. Is it a series?
I think she has different
It's
versions.
probably a collection.
Yeah, like a
in a
collection.
certain category that she
Yeah.
has.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so. But it was really good. So if you are going to listen to it, I would ask that you share in the comments. Let us know what you think. And yeah, so thank you so much. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye. Okay. I don't know. Should you just go? Where did we go? It's a secret.